Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Oh man. Um so oh man, I wanted to start the show earlier, but I'm not gonna lie. Uh I actually just watched the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. And you know what? I don't have a great opinion of Jake Paul as a as a uh social media shock jock. Yeah, I get it. He's doing what he needs to do to to stay relevant and everything like that, and that's fine. Um, but today I think he showed a lot of class. I think he showed a heck of a lot of class. I'm not going to tell everybody exactly what happened. You should definitely watch it if you have a chance. But honestly, it was a pretty good fight for what it was. I'm gonna put it that way. And you know what? I actually do have a lot more respect for Jake Paul right now. Am I getting that right? Is it Jake Paul or is it his brother? I can't remember. Anyway, um, it's that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's actually why I started a little late today, because honestly, I wanted to see what would happen between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Um, so a lot of other things happening in the world of toys though, because Designercon happened today, and yeah, that was it's pretty crazy. Uh, and Mondo actually had some exclusives, and wouldn't you know it? I knew that Anti-Eternia He-Man was popular, but I just did not expect, truthfully, for it to get to that stage so quickly. I mean, quite literally, if you guys have seen the thumbnail, you'll know pretty fast that yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. The uh Anti-Eternia Heyman and Anti-Eternia Battle Cat have sold out already. Holy crap. Um I was not expecting that at all. Battle Cat is not, no matter which Battle Cat you buy, no matter whether it's Panther Battle Cat, and in this case, Anti-Eternia Battle Cat, they're not cheap, man. They are not cheap. I myself dropped, nearly like $4 on Battle Cat myself. You know what I mean, as well as Panther. So, knowing that, I'm actually pretty shocked that Anti-Eternia Battle Cat sold out on the first day. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. And that's not even counting the fact that they actually released small quantities of Anti-Eternia He-Man as well, and he pretty much like that sold out immediately. I mean, like, if we just head over to mondoshop.com, um, you can see right here the decon specials. Yeah, the Battle Cat sold out. Battle Cat is absolutely completely sold out on the first freaking day, man. Holy crap. And I don't think it took that long, actually. It was not man, it wasn't up for very long at all, to be perfectly honest with you. I think they sold out just after a few hours. It was crazy. And then Anti-Eternia He-Man, which was also up for grabs. Small quantities of Anti-Eternia He-Man. Yeah, he sold out just as fast. It was bonkers. It was absolutely bonkers. And like I said, they're not cheap. Battle Cat is $499, and Anti-Eternia He-Man is $235. Like, crazy. I can only imagine some people buying both. You know what I mean? Which is upwards of $735. That's crazy. Somebody, I'm serious. I think that somebody actually would have dropped almost $800 worth of action figures at Decon. Holy crap! That is just bonkers. But you know what? Bravo! Obviously, bravo to the Mondo team. They've done it again. Like, holy crap! Now I do have Battle Cat and I do have Panther. So this version of Anti-Eternia Battle Cat, it is impressive. I mean, look at this. I mean, seriously, the just the way it looks, the shininess of the overall armor, You know what I mean? That deep, like crimson nature of it, highlighted by different, washes and even the translucency of the armor itself. It's just gorgeous. And then you have this just black cat, this absolutely huge, ferocious black lion, sorry, tiger, with its stripes completely in red. Seriously, um, I'm not gonna lie. If I had the money, or I probably would think about getting into this. But as it stands, there's just no budget for this at all. It's the end of the year. Um, I've already I've already gone, and whatever credits I have at Entertainment Earth, they're pretty much spent. I'm not doing nearly as much hunting as I ever did. Actually, no, there's really not that much money to be spent on toys right now. It's just not possible. The economy is just not that great, especially when you don't have a steady income like I do. It's kind of crazy. And then coupling the fact that I just went on an unexpected trip, to Legionscon, to celebrate, the life of my friend Ryan Renders effects. I'm literally strapped for cash. So there's nothing left right now. I really gotta just plan for the rest of the month, to be honest with you. But this is an incredible sale. And the results are just absolutely stunning. I mean, at $500 a shot, right? This is not small potatoes. This is something that's just absolutely bonkers. And the fact that DesignerCon moved all the way to Las Vegas. You know what I mean? It's not even in Southern. It's not even in California anymore. It's in a completely different state. And yeah, man, like, huge congratulations to the Mondo team. I mean, this is just bonkers. But honestly, Anti-Eternia He-Man has its fans, and they're mostly they're not North American fans. They're actually more German fans, and European fans, who are listening to the audio dramas of the He-Man and the Master Universe audio dramas in Europe. And if you're one of those fans and you really appreciate those stories, of course you're going to want this version of Anti-Eternia He-Man and Anti-Eternia Panther, Battle Cat. And honestly, these guys look sick. These guys look absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look at these two. They just look like death incarnate. You know what I mean? They look like something that's going to come and just annihilate you. Which is exactly, when you really think about Anti-Eternia He-Man, in a lot of ways, that actually is his overall persona, right? And of course, he has Battle Cat and his own version of Battle Cat to help that happen, right? You do not want to meet this guy in a back alley. Let's just say it this way. And if you read the story, if you read the comic books that were the actual story of the multiverse of the Master Universe, you do find out that Anti-Eternia He-Man actually goes around and eliminates every single other He-Man in every other multiverse. And as he does so, he collects the power swords of each of the He-Man, gaining even more power for himself. Each of the powers of Grayskull. So yeah, this guy's literally badass. And as I said, he's literally eliminating each version of He-Man and Battle Cat and the Eternian heroes. So it's no wonder that he's a very, very popular character. I mean, he really is just this embodiment of absolute terror. And not only does he eliminate He-Man, he also eliminates Skeletor. Multiple versions of Skeletor as well. And it's fascinating seeing how that concludes in the comic books. And actually, it's interesting because the most powerful Keldor in the universe, who is Keldor? I actually collaborated with Bobby over at oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on his channel. So I'm sorry, Bobby. In a toy kind of mood. I don't know why I blanked on his channel, but yeah, Bobby and I collaborated to talk more about Anti-Eternia He-Man and Keldor, the most powerful Keldor in the universe. How that storyline went about, and it was actually fascinating learning more about Keldor and learning more about Anti-Eternia He-Man, and how those multiverses came about. So seeing him here, realized in action figure form, is always a great, addition to the line. Of course, we've had Anti-Eternia He-Man in Origins, but funnily enough, we actually have not had him in Classics. Or am I wrong? Did we have Anti-Eternia He-Man Classics? Somebody remind me. Anti-Eternia He-Man Classics. I think we did actually. Now I think about it. Yes, we did actually. We did have Anti-Eternia He-Man Classics. So yeah, I mean, like again, it's come full circle once again. Somebody remind me, have we actually gotten Anti-Eternia He-Man in Masterverse? I don't think so yet, right? That's actually hasn't been a thing yet. But yeah, these two definitely are the pair, and they look absolutely stunning. If you had $750 to drop at Decon, congratulations. Or if you had the $500 just to get Battle Cat himself, congratulations. Because obviously Anti-Eternia He-Man was on sale a number of months ago. I think it's been a year now. And adding Battle Cat to that collection just completes that wonderful set. And yeah, he looks absolutely stunning. I'm not sure. I don't believe he's actually on display at Decon yet. I think that they haven't put him on the floor for day one. But I imagine they're going to put him on the floor for day two. But yeah, I mean, this guy looks absolutely ferocious. He's got this wash first of all, he's completely black, midnight black panther. You know what I mean? Tiger, sorry. And he has these red stripes all over his body, but you can actually see blue highlights that they've actually stroked in there. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. And yeah, man, he's just those red out eyes. Everything about this guy is just absolute pure evil, and the armor itself just glistens in the light. But it has that translucency. You know what I mean? Looking closer here, you can actually see right through the plastic itself, which is freaking awesome. I do love it. It's like this candy apple red, but it's even deeper than that. It's a beautiful version of Battle Cat. The armor set for Anti-Eternia He-Man is very much the same. It's got this translucency about it, and again, it has that wonderful candy red appearance. Yeah, man. Like seriously, just looking at these two side by side, it's no wonder that they sold out as quickly as they did. And what's really funny about this, after you strip him down, he does look very much like a regular tiger, black tiger of that. But man, absolutely ferocious. But it's also this little guy. Oh my god. They still managed to make this like baby Cringer absolutely cute as a button, and he looks absolutely that is so ridiculous. I mean, seriously, come on, He-Man, you are an absolute terrible master. This is like seriously, he looks too cute for words, and of course it just goes to show that he grows up to be an absolute terror. But yeah, man, like seriously, congratulations to everybody who picked this guy up, because honestly, he is definitely going to be one of those very rare items going forward. And he came with a whole host of accessories. Obviously, the armor set itself, the two swappable heads, the helmet, which actually belongs to Panther, and of course the version of Baby Cringer for Anti-Eternia lore. Man, I'm seriously not jealous, but I'm very envious. I think not envious either. I'm glad. That's actually what it is. I'm glad for anybody who's able to get this guy, because he really is quite the imposing figure. Like, oh my god, just crazy. Congratulations to everybody who picked this guy up. Seriously, he's definitely one of a kind for sure. And if you want to see more pictures of Anti-Eternia Battle Cat, definitely head over to monoshop.com. All of the photos are there, because many of us are just going to live vicariously through these photos. Because I don't know if they're going to put up additional copies later down the road. Obviously, Mondo has been known to do that throughout the years. As we said, Anti-Eternia He-Man was actually available as well today in limited quantities. As stated by Mondo on their Instagram page, right here, where it literally says, if you missed Anti-Eternia He-Man, all right, limited quantities have been added to back today as well. But that did not last. It was literally one and done, already gone. It's literally sold out both on the first freaking day. Crazy. Absolutely freaking bonkers. Man, I'm just absolutely completely shocked by the revelation that that Anti-Eternia He-Man and Anti-Eternia Battle Cat are just so popular. I mean, I knew they were popular. I just didn't think they were that popular. That this is quite the revelation in my opinion. But still, I don't think I should be surprised, to be perfectly honest with you. But if you're just joining us now, yes, Anti-Eternia He-Man and Anti-Eternia Battle Cat have actually sold out on the very first day of DCon 2024. Holy crap, everybody. Just absolutely nuts. Let's say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know it's a little bit late, but it's always great to see you guys. Aaron Paulson, I wanted to get this, but I got caught up at work, logged in an hour later, and it was gone. Holy crap. An hour. Aaron is basically saying that he was gone within an hour. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Frankie Rivera, let's go, Frankie. This was passed for me. Waiting on Duplicate. Yes, I am waiting on Duplicate too, because I already have Battle Cat and Panther. Very, very nice. Yes, I also have Battle Cat and Panther. I wouldn't have minded picking this guy up, but there's just no money left. There's no money whatsoever right now, especially at a $500 action figure. Even with a pin plan, that's a hard sell for me. It really is. I would have loved to add this to my collection, but there's just no way. Absolutely no way. Lord Hoagie, skipping the Mondo stuff, too pricey, but I did just order the Origins Modulock. Yes, we got to talk about that, guys. So I got that going for me. Absolutely. You know, thanks for bringing that up, Lord Hoagie. Let's just take a quick look at that as it is. So if we head over to Entertainment Earth right now, guys, you'll notice that right here on the front page, yes, indeed, Modulock action figure is available for pre-order, $29.99 on Entertainment Earth. I have a link in the description below for the affiliate link for Entertainment Earth. If you guys want, to use that link. It does help out the channel. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, guys, if you want Modulock, don't sleep on this one. Apparently, it has gone from Amazon exclusive to fan channel exclusive, which is freaking amazing. So yeah, guys, don't sleep on this one. Modulock, a lot of people have been waiting for him, and he's available right now on entertainmentearth.com. So definitely head over there and pick him up. And of course, if you're interested, please use the affiliate link in the description below, as it does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate it, guys. So yeah, Modulock is available on Entertainment Earth. But still, the big story of it, right now, at least, is that Battle Cat has sold out. Andrew Davis didn't even know this was a thing. Yes, I was thinking about reporting on it, but I was just too busy during the week. There's so many things to catch up on after returning from Legionscon, so a lot of things happening. And I had a toy hunt actually. A lot of what's it called? Catch and release, pretty much. But that's all I can do really these days. I went to Titan Toys and actually saw that they were doing some renovations, and I have a whole video on that showcasing a lot of the new releases that they actually picked up, as well as the renovations that they had. If you guys want to check that out, it's back on my MJR Collector channel, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. Frankie Rivera, just watched it myself, and that's all I'm going to say. It was a good fight. It was a good fight, in my opinion. You know, two warriors, one retired who is hoping to really make another statement, and another one who is just up and coming, and for the most part, you know, is not a seasoned fighter, still really learning, and but a very, very young man who's you know trying to make a name for himself. So I'll leave it at that. If you guys are interested, definitely go find a place to watch it. I'm pretty sure people are uploading it right now. There's a lot of places to be able to check it out. I did get 2 Bob Steady and 2 Stranger Thing 2-packs in the mail, and 4 Modulocks ordered. That's awesome, Frankie. Congratulations, my friend. Joshua got 1 of each. Oh my god, dude, you are amazing. Oh my god, like I said, $750 freaking dollars later. You, my friend, are incredible. Holy crap. Plastic Soul Collector. I missed the Anti-Eternia He-Man, so I didn't bother even getting Battle Cat. Aww. There was a Anti-Eternia He-Man available for sale today, but it did not last. Joshua, not a good week this week. So much on fire. My favorite is still McFarlane Joker. Wow, dude. You talking about that set, which is $250? Dang, you are literally going on the action figures. Congratulations if you picked both of those up. That's insane. 2 top, 1, 2, 3, too pricey. It can be. You have to really want to own something this big. And I have both Banthor and Battle Cat, and they're gigantic. They're absolutely massive, and they are massive price tags. You know, you have to use. In my case, I had to use the payment plans that were offered, and I'm very glad for it. I mean, Battle Cat is everything that I've ever wanted. Panther is still in his box because I just have no idea where to put him. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Ryan Frederico, yo Jay and fam, were you able to pick up the new Faker? New Faker? Which Faker? Which Faker? Which Faker? I'm confused. Which Faker? There's a new Faker, or are you talking about the new Mondo Faker? I don't know. Holy crap, Ryan. Give me a bit more insight as to what you're talking about. Does anybody know what Ryan's talking about? What new Faker? I'm a little bit at a loss. Ryan, I please let me know. I would really like to find out. James Morrison, I love your late night Friday streams, Jay. Hope your struggles are finding some resolve to finding some resolve, brother. Thank you for all the content you give us. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate it, brother. The fact you guys just watch, comment, and subscribe to the channel means the world to me. Thank you so much, James. Really appreciate it. Kenzo, what's going on, brother? Yo, what up, Jay and chat? Hopefully everyone's having a great start to the weekend. I just saw a really good fight. I do have to. I'll say it that way. I saw actually several good fights tonight. The runner-up card was incredible, but I was a bit disturbed at some of the practices by the referee and the corner. I was like, what's going on? Something should have happened much earlier, in my opinion. I think that there should have been a lot more done by her corner and a lot more done by the referee, in my opinion. But amazingly enough, the outcome was just amazing. So same thing with the main card, and even the runner-up cards were pretty damn good, honestly. Because with Creation, yes, he was in classics. There you go. Absolutely. I just researched that myself. Jesse 101. What about Masterverse? No, I don't think so. I haven't seen him in Masterverse yet. That's what I'm thinking. Kenzo has made a custom already, so guys, definitely head over to Kenzo's Customs. Check out his Anti-Eternia He-Man. Mother Slug is in the house. What's going on, Mother Slug? If Battle Cat is black and red, what color are Skeletor's cat? White? LOL. The entire universe of Anti-Eternia is black and red. So you're basically just going to see black and red characters everywhere. Skeletor is in the house. Anti-Baby Cringer is evil. No, he's not. He's cute as a button. But yes, he is. He'll tear you up when you're not watching. Nolan, what's going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Always good to see Nolan. Because those creations, that fight was horrible. Mike needed the money, and they had to agree not to go for the knockout. I don't think that's actually what happened. I think that, to be honest with you, I think it was just a mutual respect. I think that's actually what happened. I actually think it was Mike trying to rekindle that passion he had for boxing. And you know what? He did a decent enough job. Again, not gonna go too far into it, but I didn't think it was bad. Other side, curious what you thought about overpriced McFarlane Joker playset. Todd is smoking something really heavy with those prices. I agree with Hatter. I have no connection with Joker. I haven't even watched the damn movie. So in my opinion, I don't have an opinion. I think it's very much for a certain clientele, just like what Hatter said. I think that there are definitely a certain number of people, a certain amount of people who are going to say something or going to buy something like that. As a matter of fact, McFarlane did reply and said that, you know what, the price point is something that they don't take lightly. And they have heard the criticisms from multiple fans, and they're going to take that into account on the next run around. But obviously, they did not lower the price this time, so pretty crazy. Right, Federico. Yes, the new Mondo Faker. Okay. I have it. I have it on pre-order on a payment plan because there's no way I can afford anything that expensive right now in a single shot. So I have it on like a multi-tier payment plan because I can only put a little bit at a time. But yes, I did get it. I need that Leo Faker. Skeletor. Still love the pop culture shock. 1/4 scale Battle Cat, the best. It really looks very, very nice. And yeah, man. I mean, like but again, it's not everyone is into it, and it's not for everybody. Kenz's Creations, the Mono Faker. I grabbed 2 of those. They look amazing, don't they? They look incredible. But Slug, the women's fight was the best fight of the night. It was incredible. It was incredible. But at the same time, I do think that that something should have happened. But again, all things worked out. So very, very interesting cards all night. Yes, Tyson didn't even throw a punch and collected. That's not true. Tyson, what are you talking about, dude? He threw multiple punches. At one point, I think in the first round, he rocked Jake Paul. And what happened after that, I think, is just again, it's someone. It's two warriors going for something, which again, what are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? Frank Rivera, Nolan, Kansas Creations, what up, my brother? Good to see everybody, man. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Elk Dahlquist, Eric D. Why am I? What the heck? Okay, sure. That is ridiculous. And I am going to put you in a timeout, dude. So enjoy. Mother Slug. Oh, okay. Black is red and is the Sin City black and red blood kind of thing. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, that's actually how that works out. Absolutely. Yeah, it was quite the the fight, and that's actually why I started late. But yeah, man, a lot of things, going on in the toy world right now. Mother Slug, I understand Tyson was way. I understand Tyson's way retire. Didn't want to get super injured. Makes a lot of sense. I would do the same. Absolutely. I really respect Jake Paul for what he did. You have to remember Tyson and Jake are friends, so there really wasn't any beef to begin with. This is true. But you know what? Tyson, like anybody, starts to take things really seriously once things, get to a certain point. And this was actually a sanctioned fight. That's why they actually had, fights ahead of the time, right? There was pageantry, there was a whole bunch of other things, but for the most part, this was not an exhibition. This was actually going on Jake Paul's record. So pretty crazy. Yeah, a lot of things to consider. But at the end of the day, the outcome is the outcome, and now they can move on. Decon continued today. It's actually kind of fascinating how things were going about. We did get it was the first day of Decon, so couldn't get too much coverage, but we did actually get a couple of streams from the Mad Hatter himself. He was reporting from Decon and heading over to the Mad Hatter toy reviews on Instagram. We actually can glean a few things that were available at the Mondo booth. And first thing we see is Symbiote Spider-Man. This was actually teased by Mondo earlier a couple of months ago. No, actually, it's only been a couple of weeks over at what's it called? I think it was New York Comic Con. And it's really great to see him here. We can see the symbiote, I guess, itself wrapping itself around the Spider-Man. I love the overall look of symbiote Spider-Man. He looks absolutely amazing. My absolute favorite version of Spider-Man. I guess. And down here, you can actually see that it has a head sculpt with Peter Parker, which you can attach to the body. And the symbiote actually removing itself from the mask portion, and really you can see Peter's head. This, of course, is part of the animated version, which is always cool. It comes with a swappable hand as well. Not really sure where that's being referenced from, but it looks neat. And we also have a piece of the meteor, which was obviously from the cartoon as well. $220 beginning pre-orders on November 19th. Wow. Very, very soon, guys. So that's literally, what, 4 days for online pre-orders? That's crazy. So Symbiote Spider-Man will be available for pre-order on November 19th. We also got a glimpse at the production version of the real Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, Sam Hain, and Slimer. This one, of course, is $202. Right now, pre-orders are happening as we speak, and they will be closing, I think, in another week or so. So, guys, if you're in on the Mondo exclusive 2-pack, definitely head over there and check it out, as they are still taking pre-orders. But seeing this in person was really cool. I guess I imagine for Mad Hatter, and Sam Hain looks pretty damn cool, man. A lot of people are actually talking a little bit about the head sculpt of Peter Venkman, but I don't really mind it terribly. It's not exactly the Paint Master version, which seems to be there seems to be a bit of a disconnect there, but he does look pretty cool. And these are the most accurate versions of the real Ghostbusters action figures that I think we're ever going to get, at least in the near future. Slimer looks absolutely amazing, and if you can't go for the full $202 version, which has an exclusive Sam Hain, you can always opt to go to Entertainment Earth and Mondo Ghostbusters. Look up Mondo Ghostbusters, and you'll actually find that it's available for pre-order. The retail version, which has just Peter Venkman and Slimer, along with everything that you see here, which is a pretty substantial pack out. The only difference is really you don't get Sam Hain. I think it's what is it now? I think it's an 8-inch version of Sam Hain. But in a way, you do get Sam Hain because what the heck? In a way, you do get Sam Hain because he actually does come with a version of Sam Hain. Right here, you can actually see it being sucked into the ghost trap, which is always a lot of fun. So that's always cool. He comes with the ghost trap, the proton stream, the gloves, Peter's swappable heads, the proton pack, as well as Slimer himself, and the proton and the neutrino one, which is awesome. So yeah, if you're interested in picking up just Peter Venkman and Slimer himself, this one's only this is half the cost at only $101 instead of the $202, which is being asked for by Mondo for the exclusive. If you're interested in picking this up, I do have a link in the description below where you can use for the affiliate link, and it does help out the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. Hatter also was able to see the Wolverine yellow suit version, which is always fun. This was being offered once again at a Decon with a swappable head, and looks like he might even come with a Sentinel head. This one, the price is to be determined, as well as the release date. So that's interesting. And yeah, that was the first portion of the booth tour for Mondo, and I was completely wrong. Apparently, Anti-Eternia He-Man was on display at Designercon 2024, and he does look pretty amazing. You can actually see the translucency in the helmet, all the wonderful accessories it comes with, and of course that gigantic price tag of $500 freaking $499.99. Holy crap, absolutely insane. Yeah, it's Designercon is again one of those. I've never been to Designercon, but as I understand it, there's a lot to see and a lot of great artistic works from different artists. It's interesting that they actually moved all the way to Las Vegas, considering their base was in California, and of course, a lot of the artists who were going to Designercon were based in California. So now all those artists have to travel all the way to Las Vegas. Or I guess it gives the opportunity for Las Vegas artists to actually step up and get some new stuff. I don't know. It's an interesting interesting conundrum there. It's very fascinating how these things go. Um, Frankie, I'm all happy for Tyson. Me too. I think that it was amicable, and I think they really fought. That was not a a half measured fight. They were going pretty much toe to toe together. So, but he's older, man. He's a much older man now. Mother Slug, I made the one mistake tonight. Drank too much coffee, and I can't sit still. Calm down, bro. Calm down. The nerves, they get to you. It is an awesome Spider-Man. Yes, absolutely crazy. The price is a bit pricey though, unfortunately, and it's going to happen in the next couple of days. So, yeah, guys, be ready for that. It's kind of crazy. Again, Mondo's not really giving us too much of a break. It's pretty nuts. Concentrations, yeah, Frankie, the money is huge for him, and just getting that kind of shape at 58 is really impressive. But you can see he messed up his knee while training. But he wasn't gonna cancel. You know what? Honestly, he did a lot to get ready for this fight, and bravo to him. Again, for especially at his age, almost 60 years old. That man. Love Mondo everything, but not too crazy about Spider-Man things. These Ghostbusters are sick though. Yes, absolutely. And I know a lot of people who are saving up for that. There's also something going on with the Ecto-1, but I guess we'll talk about that as it gets closer and closer to the day. Let's see here. Frankie, I'm not getting the ghost, only Peter from EE. Use your code J. Thank you so much, Frankie. Dude, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. Jesse 101. Do you know if there's a 2-bed Origins coming soon? I believe it has been announced. Yes. I think that 2-bed will be in Master Universe Origins Retro. So I don't think you have to worry too much about that. I do believe it is coming, Jesse. Frankie Rivera. Now the Boogeyman is a must-have. Absolutely. Absolutely. That thing gave me nightmares as a kid, and I love it. It's just so good. Mother Slug, have you seen how much the Amazon is selling G.I. Joe Nemesis compared to Once a Man? Oh my god. Yeah, but it's a reseller, right? It's not an official sale. So I mean, it is what it is. People are just going nuts with that. So it is what it is, right? It's one of those things where it's a what's it called? What are they called again? The Hasbro Pulse exclusives, right? That's what they're called. And because of that, once they get to the reseller market, it's fair game everywhere, right? That's just the way it goes. RC actually $450 because of the discount. Nice, great stuff. Yes, yeah. Actually, I heard about that. Yeah, there is like a discount on Mondo right now. Interesting. Plus taxes and shipping, of course. Ryan Federico at RC. Yes, I was able to get the Anti-Eternia Battle Cat with a $50 discount applied. It just showed up when I checked out. Beautiful. I love the fact that Mondo's doing these little things. It really helps them to get a lot of great PR from the community, which is awesome. But Decon did not stop there, everybody. Decon continued today, and it was actually interesting to see all the other wonderful little things and the surprises. Once again, huge shout out to Matt Hatter for all of these wonderful picks. Definitely head over to Matt Hatter on Instagram, guys. Give him a like and a follow to him, JSU. So apparently on the vinyl front, they're doing Street Sharks, which is something I was not expecting. I was not expecting to actually do vinyl Street Sharks, but there they are. Very similar to the way they did their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vinyl soft vinyl action figures. These are very much the same. This one is Ripster, and he's got a very interesting look, as you can see here. He wasn't painted at all, so we don't actually know the colors. But I think you can kind of imagine, if you know anything about Street Sharks, he's going to have blue jeans, the boots, and of course his jawsome look. So it's really interesting to see how he looks here in this overall form. And alongside that, we did have the soft vinyl Shredder, mutated Shredder, who looks crazy. I do love the way these guys actually do their vinyl. Look at all those. What's it called? Blades. Look at all those blades just sticking out of the top. How he doesn't cut himself is beyond me. But yeah, he looks absolutely ferocious, and of course, straight out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles second movie, looking awesome. But one of the craziest things that was on display was this this Clayface. Wow, this this is amazing. Holy crap! There's Clayface, as you can see him there, and I gotta tell you, this is freaking amazing. Zooming in on Clayface right here, you can actually see Batman and I'm pretty sure there's just a front attachment for the front of the character, but it's just great to see that they have this wonderful attachment where it looks like Batman is actually being absorbed by Clayface and straight out of the cartoon episode. But this Clayface looks in freaking insane. That's probably the best looking Clayface animated version that I've ever seen. He looks so accurate to the original cartoon. It's just scary, and he is massive. He's an absolutely massive action figure, and really, unlike there's no reason here at all. This is a brand new action figure from the ground up. Um, if I'm gonna get any animated series, Batman animated series Mondo figures, this is probably the one, and he's not gonna be cheap. He's probably gonna be more or less the same cost as the Man Bat. I'm calling it right now. I think that he'll very much on the same scale as the Man Bat. He has multiple swappable hands, including this hook, the spike that we see here, the mace, the Morning Star, the axe, and of course the batarang, which shoots right out of his head on this swappable head. That's really cool. I like that. We do have the small pool version of. I said pool, not the other word. I said pool version of Clayface on the ground, which is just basically another figure in and of itself. I would think we have the Batman Clayface, which is awesome. The two blocks of clay, which can be attached, I believe, to the hand attachment as well on both sides, if you wanted to put them there. We have this gripping hand here, this claw hand, sorry, the smiling head sculpt, as well as a host of different swappable hands, which is just absolutely stunning. Yeah, man, that Clayface is ridiculous, and huge shout out to Matt Hatter for providing these picks. This is amazing. Definitely, this was a standout in the Mondo booth for sure. I'm hoping that they will also showcase additional drops over the weekend. I got my fingers crossed for Mumra, the Ever Living, to show up at Designercon. That would be absolutely incredible. As I'm really looking forward to seeing that particular character, alongside with the Lionel, which they released a couple of a month ago or so. That's really cool. Now this one's interesting. Hatter's like, I don't know what this is, but give me three. I'm not even sure what this is. Is this Four Horsemen? I don't think so. Although it looks like it could be a customization for Four Horsemen, but this is really neat. It is, as far as I can tell, it is a squirrel. Is that what that is? Is that an armored squirrel? That's hilarious. So really neat. And of course, it is Four Horsemen Studios booth. So yeah, really fun to be able to see this at the Four Horsemen's booth. Let's see if they actually have anything else on display. No, they haven't posted anything on their page yet, so that's interesting. Let's see if they have a story. There it is. This is, and they're not telling you what it is. It's all they're saying is this is it. This is going to be at the booth at Designercon. So, it's some sort of steampunk thing, I think, by Bruce Whistlecraft. Let's see if he has anything to say about it. There we go. Okay. So I guess this is it's a dog. It's a Shiba. Oh, is that what it is? Is that what that is? Is that a Shiba? Okay, so it's a Shiba dog. Yeah, a Shiba Inu. Interesting. It's called Mugi. T-Worthy is coming to Designercon first time. Yeah, this is like a steampunk Shiba Inu dog. which is that's stuff. Shiba dog. It's a Shiba dog because a Shiba Inu is dog. Anyway, Shiba Inu dog is Shiba dog. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, man, it's really cute. That is the cutest thing ever, man. That is really cool. Okay, so that's available at Designercon, and looks like Mad Hatter is going to pick up 3 of these things. Very, very cool. So yeah, can't wait to see all the cool stuff that's being displayed at the Four Horsemen booth. That's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, man, a lot of things happening at Designercon, and I'm glad for everybody who's out there taking it all in, especially our good friend Mad Hatter of Mad Hatter Reviews. Mother Slug, Vinel. Oh no, Hatter is going to make another buy mistake. What is Vanilla? I don't know what that Vanilla is. Mother Slug, that Clayface looks great. He looks incredible. Absolutely stunning. Skeletor, oh wow, that Clayface is so damn cool. First time seeing this and being blown away. Absolutely, my friend. It's absolutely nuts. He looks hard to stand on his own. I guess if he just did a straight up and down, I don't think it's that hard. He's got very small feet, though. I know what you're saying. Mother Slug, that's the figure we wanted years ago, and finally getting Clayface that we all deserve. Absolutely. And Mother Slug, Armored Steampunk Squirrel is very, very interesting. Absolutely. I love that little guy. He looks freaking stunning. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to come in and chat a little bit about Designercon today. It's really interesting seeing how all these things are playing out. As this is definitely an interesting reveal. But I am kind of perplexed as to why they moved all the way out to Las Vegas to do this. Kind of, leaving all the other artists who were actually, native, I guess, Los Angeles, or it wasn't Anaheim. Anyway, Californians, with a very, very long distance to actually travel to actually be part of Designercon. Interesting. Vinyl. Vinyl. Okay, that's what you're saying. So Vanel was it's actually Vanel. Vinyl. I got you, Mother Slug. So guys, I wanted to share with you while we're here tonight a bit of a recap about my trip to what is it? To Legionscon. Speaking of the Four Horsemen. So I'm just gonna do a bit of a show and tell, some of the narrate a little bit, as you're probably not going to be able to hear much of the audio, but I did want to share some clips with you and what exactly happened on my trip, because it was very, very eventful, and yeah, there's a lot of things that happened during the trip, and of course, a lot of emotions, a lot of things that happened, but a lot of fun to be had too. And I just wanted to share with you guys, as many of you guys, helped me to get to Legionscon in order to celebrate the life of my good friend Ryan Endersby, and I wanted to share that with you tonight. I did a recap with a couple of other toy tubers, between two Sentinels, and I really wanted to do a recap with my good friends Jorge and the Badass Reviews Carlos, but we'll get to that. But first, let's take a look at some of the things that happened for the trip at heading towards Legionscon 2024. All right, so first and foremost, the trip itself. All right, so it's 1:00 in the morning. So this is just me and my good friend Danny Green. We were getting ready to depart, and it was literally 1:00 in the morning when we decided to leave Toronto, Canada, for our 8-hour trip to Virginia. Yeah, let me give you guys some insights on this. You be ready if you're gonna try to do one of these trips. Be ready. It's a long slog. Getting to the border at 2 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, yeah, 2:30 in the morning. It's fascinating. There's nobody there. So if you're planning on making a trip, the best time to go definitely is going to be absolutely early in the morning when nobody's around for obvious reasons. But yeah, you can see there's only one lane open, and then it was just a straight shot to Virginia. But that's easier said than done. Pitch black darkness, very hard to see. The only thing there were no highway lights or anything like that. We were going through. I didn't want to do any tolls because that's very expensive. So yeah, we were literally just going cross country in the heartland of America, guy kind of thing. You know what I mean? And this is pretty much all we saw for the 8-hour trip heading to Virginia. It was utter blackness. You know what I mean? With just and you can see here. It's what time was that actually? Let's go back there for a second. That was, what did it say there? Oh, wait a second. Okay, what did it say there? Hold on for a second. It said, yeah. So it was 3:45 in the morning, but when this video was taken, we were still 643 kilometers away, and it was going to take another 6 hours and 45 minutes to get to our destination. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. We went through small towns and small streets, pretty much everywhere. Tops is one of those legendary grocery stores that I'd always wanted to visit, and I finally visited that on my first trip. But as you can see, it's so early in the morning, there's literally nobody around. The only ones around were truck drivers for the most part. I have a brand new respect for truck drivers as they drive 12 hours at a time, 8 hours at a time, and they do not black out. I was having a hard time keeping my eyes open for 4 hours, which is like Danny and I split the driving responsibilities for about that much. As you can see here, it's about 4:40 in the morning. Still another 5 hours to go, and we're still passing through different towns. We're finally getting back onto the freeway here, so we can see that. But it was a long trip, I got to tell you. And then we started going through mountains. I'd never done that before. I'd never driven the mountain in pitch black darkness. And wouldn't you know it, it actually started to fog while I was actually driving up this freaking mountain. And it got worse and worse and worse. But we did go through several different towns. And I got to tell you, going to Virginia, there are a lot of mountains. I don't know why that is. But as you can see here, I think those two are out of place. I think those two clips are out of place. But this is actually the kind of the kind of visibility that we saw. Zero visibility. It was so foggy that I was actually pretty I was getting anxious actually. My anxiety level rose quite a bit because as you can see here, I could barely see 5 feet in front of me. It was really bad. If you're ever gonna do this, guys, if you're ever gonna go to like an 8-hour trip, definitely bring some chewing gum, bring some water, bring something to occupy your mind. Because right there, if you saw that, quite literally there was, damn it, where was it? Yeah, quite literally, this is all you can see, and if you can't keep yourself awake, it can get very dangerous very quickly. So yeah, it was it was a harrowing experience in a lot of ways as well. After it started clearing up, you can actually see we're in the middle of nowhere, just keep climbing up this mountain. And yeah, it was quite the adventure. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is kind of like a vacation for you, Jay." No, this is definitely not a vacation. I had no plans on going to Legionscon this year, and knowing what I know now, I think definitely flying is a much better option because the drive. Well, actually, I don't think it would have been so bad going to New Jersey, but we went to Virginia first, and then over to New Jersey. So that the trip was just absolutely a slog. You can actually see here that the sun is starting to rise. That's how long we've been driving, and you can see the two mountain ranges on the left and the right as we're actually still climbing through that actual valley. And yeah, the sun just continues to rise, and you can actually see small towns, and they're all built on these mountains. It's actually kind of interesting. I definitely have a brand new, once again, a wonderful appreciation of the wonderful landscape of the United States. It's actually really gorgeous. At night, it's hard to see though. I'm not gonna lie. It was much better when the sun actually came up. But I was glad to see the sun come up because my brain was started to wake up again. Because I'll be honest, it was not easy to stay awake. I was actually following, not tailgating, but I was following this guy for quite some time because it was actually I guess we were going on the same direction, so it was actually kind of neat and really helped me stay awake because I was able to follow another car and truck entirely. Here we are at a McDonald's, and the sun has basically come completely up. And it's around this point that Danny and I swap places because I needed some sleep. I really needed to take some rest. I've been driving for, I think, the better part of 5.5 hours. So I was like, all right, Danny, you take the wheel, and I just need to get some sleep. This was a very unique looking McDonald's too. It had interesting decor. I don't know if all McDonald's are different in the United States, but that was kind of neat. So there's Danny, and we're just getting ready to head back out. And of course, Danny's got driving duties now, and I was just absolutely tired. By the way, I think this is Pennsylvania. They got some gorgeous houses in Pennsylvania. I have to say, which is one of the other things that I loved about this trip. Just being able to see a lot of the wonderful areas of the United States that I have never seen before. This is us just starting to enter Virginia, so it's interesting. We've been driving for another 3.5 hours, and yeah, Virginia's a beautiful place, man. The weather is also actually quite nice. We had left Toronto, and it was like not minus. It was like 5 degrees to 8 degrees. But in Virginia, it was kind of like, I think it was like 15, almost 18 degrees. So yeah, it was actually really, really nice. I had to take my coat off. But Virginia itself is just a beautiful town. Sorry, this is Fredericksburg, Virginia. And yeah, I love the surroundings. I was really looking for these nice little homes, you know what I mean? Like the ones you always see in movies, you know what I mean? But the surroundings were really nice too. And yeah, a river runs right through it, and a lot of the homes on this riverbank were on stilts, which I thought was really neat. And this is downtown Fredericksburg, a beautiful town, beautiful city. And yeah, there she is. So we met up with Erin, Ryan's wife, and we were able to record a nice message for the Four Horsemen. And huge thanks for their generosity in letting us set up a table for Ryan. And we picked up a few of Ryan's things to display at the event. Masks, sculptures, so many different things. And of course, we had a banner printed, which a lot of our friends and people who respected and knew Ryan were able to sign in respect and commemoration for everything that happened. So it was great seeing Erin, and she was ecstatic and really touched at the the gesture that the Four Horsemen were able to actually allow us to display Ryan's work, because it was his dream. It was his dream to be at Legionscon, and I wanted to bring in a lot of ways, I wanted Ryan to be there, and in a lot of ways, that's exactly what we did. We brought Ryan to Legionscon, at least a lot of the work that he did leading up to it. Now, this is a lot of fun. We actually ended up going to. Actually, here's something. I didn't know Walmart actually had gas stations. That really freaked me out. I did not know Walmart had gas stations. That's kind of crazy. And pretty decent price, I guess. We ended up going to a Cracker Barrel, guys. I'd never been to a Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel here in Canada is cheese. That is what we know about Cracker Barrel. It literally is just branded cheese called Cracker Barrel. That's as much as we know about Cracker Barrel. So yeah, Danny and I went into Cracker Barrel, and this was a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever been in the Cracker Barrel. Let me know. Let me know in the description in the comment section. Have you guys ever been to Cracker Barrel? Because it is the most unique experience I've ever had going into this restaurant. Because as you'll see in a minute, we walk into this restaurant, and it's not a restaurant. It's a thrift store. They had this brand new thing called Country Fried Turkey. We didn't try that because it was for us. It was breakfast. It was like noon right now. It's like almost lunch, but we went in for breakfast, and yeah, this was such a shock to me. We walk in here for a restaurant, and there's a thrift store. I was completely blown away by this. I'm like, why is there a thrift store, and where's the restaurant? Now, mind you, they had some really cool things here. A lot of knickknacks. They had like keyboard. It was so weird being here. It was so eclectic. There's just so many different things strewn about. It was literally like a thrift, like a pawn shop, because there were just so many different things there that made no sense. There was Harry Potter stuff. There was Pikachu. There was, there was anime in certain places. Harry Potter. There was just so many things that just didn't make any sense being in this restaurant. And then I was like, okay, so where's the freaking restaurant? So apparently the restaurant is actually on the other side. But you enter the thrift store first because you can buy stuff. I just didn't understand it. I gotta tell you, eating at Cracker Barrel was an experience, man. We have breakfast places here. I'm not gonna joke about that, but just the amount of food was very cool. Like it was interesting. Now, obviously, the American dollar is a lot more expensive than the Canadian dollar, but it was crazy. Danny, of course, wanted to get the steak for breakfast, which was that was fun, and I just went for a traditional bacon and eggs. So you'll see that here. But yeah, I mean, Danny polished off his breakfast really quickly. I could barely finish my breakfast. There was a lot of food. I had like bacon, eggs, sunny side up, some sausage. That's casserole apparently. It's not hash browns. The biscuits were to die for, and Danny, he just polished his steak. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, after that, it was back on the road, and I got to tell you though, Cracker Barrel. Whew, I love the decor. I love everything about it. For like these themed restaurants, I got to tell you, the United States does it 100%. They go all out, and really happy that we went to Cracker Barrel. It was a lot of fun, and it wasn't really that expensive. It was only $42.63 for a steak breakfast and a pretty hearty breakfast on my side. And then we ended up going to Target. That was fun. We ended up going to Target because Danny wanted to go to Target. I didn't think I was going to find anything at Target. This is gonna be a whole hunt that you guys can take a look at. But this is pretty much what I wanted to show here. I wasn't even thinking about this, but it ended up just like falling in my lap right away. Danny's actually the one who pointed it out. He literally said, "Hey, Jay, check it out," and he literally just plops it right there. There is DX Lino, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? There are two DX Linos standing right there." So I was like, "Oh man, I came to a dilemma. I was like, do I pick this up?" Because again, the trip itself, it cost us a lot of money to go on this trip, and there really was not much in terms of like I didn't buy much on this trip at all, right? You know what I mean? But I was very interested in picking up this Lino. But then again, my friend Carlos, he told me that he actually had one for me. So I was expecting Carlos to actually have it at the show. But you'll find out later that actually didn't happen. He didn't bring it with him on the plane. But he looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Things really look better in person. I think that when you really get your hands on action figures, the better ones, when you get them in hand, they actually look pretty good. And this one looks actually pretty good. He's pasty. He's pasty white though. Lionel is not white. Lionel is actually kind of a he's got a tan. He's a tan lion. So it's really interesting that the color scheme they decided to give Lionel here. I don't mind it. It's actually pretty neat, but it's not the way he looked in the cartoon. Those knees are kind of weird too. They actually do bend or rotate. And of course, there's this weird little thing with his head where it's kind of sloping upwards. I don't know. There's something about it. I didn't end up picking him up because, again, I thought that Carlos had him. So, yeah. You'll be able to see the rest of the hunt on the MJR Collector channel. But basically, spoilers, we didn't find anything other than DX Lino, which I did not pick up. So back on the road, and yeah, then it was on the way to New Jersey. I found this kind of interesting. We stopped at a gas station, and I don't know where we are right now. I think it's either Washington or back in Pennsylvania. And this place had slots. I didn't know. It's not like they were hidden in the back or anything like that. They were way out in the open. And I think somebody told me that maybe you're on an Indian reserve. I'm like, how did we get to an Indian reserve? There were no signs at all. And there's these slot machines. Like, I just didn't understand what I was looking at. I was like, this is crazy. And you know what? You can see the chairs. It's just like a casino. You can literally stay here for like 24 hours. You can just like keep feeding money into these machines. It was kind of crazy. As I was leaving, somebody actually sat their butt down and was just feeding the money into these machines. It was just crazy. What is Sheets? Like, is that a gas station or some sort of grocery store? Like, we were just making jokes about this gas station, Sheets. We're like, no, Sheets. It's Sheets, and we were so tired. We were just like we were losing our minds, man. We were punch drunk, happy at that point. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Here's something too. We stopped at the Dunkin' Donuts because I needed coffee. I needed some tea because I was driving the final hour into New Jersey, and I didn't even know this was a thing. So I just got some tea, but I just figured I could use a snack. And apparently they have this thing called snacking bacon. That was completely, I had no idea. Now, I love bacon, okay? Not just because of Canadian bacon, but, I'm Filipino. I love bacon. And literally for, I guess, $3.60, they just give you a pound, like it's basically a half a pound of bacon. It's a half pound of bacon, which has been cooked in honey, I think, and seasoned with with black pepper. Oh my god, this was the craziest thing I'd had. And the only thing I had, of course, earlier was the Cracker Barrel stuff. So I was devouring this thing. I was literally like chomping away at this half a pound of bacon. Daddy was just completely weirded up on the whole situation. He had one strip and basically left the rest to me. But I pounded that thing back like it was going out of style. It was like really good. But of course, after driving for hours on end and not really having much to snack on, it really was one of those things. I was just eating this thing as if it was my last meal. It was so good. It was just so good. You can actually see the caramelization of the honey or the molasses or whatever the heck they were using. But here's us just entering New Jersey, and yeah, man, it was quite the trip. By the time we finally got into New Jersey, it was almost midnight. And this is us pulling into the actual hotel. And New Jersey is a funny place, man. Like, they don't actually have exits. You actually exit right into the hotel, right into like stores and stuff like that, right off the highway. I've never seen that before in my life. So yeah, we were dead tired. It was already 1 a.m. in the morning. And one thing about Legionscon that I did not know, neither of us knew this. Legionscon starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. What the hell? Jeremy, all the organizers, give us all a break, man. Like 8 o'clock in the morning? Most conventions start at 10. The Legionscon starts at 8. So we basically said, screw it, we're going to bed. Like we didn't we like, other than the bacon I had, we didn't have any dinner or anything. Actually, no, that's not true. We did stop at McDonald's to grab a bite to eat, just to eat something, and then we literally were off to bed. So the next day, bright and early, 8 o'clock in the morning. This is the Marriott in Hanover. It's a beautiful, gorgeous hotel. So if you guys are able to stay there, I do have a word of caution. It's freaking expensive. Everything costs. They charge for the parking. There's no free parking at this hotel. They charge for the internet, $12.50 a day. They charge for pretty much anything that you can think of. If you sneeze, I think they charge you. But other than that, the hotel's gorgeous. The venue is gorgeous. And of course, if you've ever been to Legionscon, man, what an experience Legionscon was, I got to tell you. Check this out, everybody. This is 8 o'clock in the freaking morning, and look how many people are here for Legionscon. This is 8 a.m. And apparently these people, some of them, had been lining up since 6 o'clock in the morning. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I could not believe that all these people were here that early in the morning for Legionscon. I was like, this is absolutely freaking bonkers. I cannot believe it. There's Big Dub. If you guys know or follow his channel, that was the pop-up store for the Mythic Legions. And yeah, we're just trying to find our table. But yeah, they had all these wonderful displays up. They had the merch tables. They had those awesome statues that they have at different conventions. And they had these display cases which had some of the new drops that they were having. And it's crazy. People were lining up everywhere for different types of experiences. Everything was like sectioned off into different areas. Really well organized, I have to say, compared to most conventions that I've ever been to. I love the statues that they have in different areas of the convention center. It really was an amazing experience overall. So I finally got to our table. We'd set everything up, and it was a big setup. This is actually just me vlogging a little bit because there's actually more to do. Finally got it set up about half an hour later, and we had Flipboard there. We had this is one of the guys who I met, another toy tuber, awesome guy. You guys will be able to see that in the actual video, which I'm going to put together. This is more just a recap of what happened during the day. Him and his brother were there since 6 a.m. in the morning. It was crazy. But yeah, I was meeting everybody there. They're going to let anybody in this place. It's Mr. Home Arcade. Yeah, Mr. Home Arcade actually showed up. He was there. Awesome to meet him in person. He's a great guy. He is a freaking beast. He's like 6'5" or something like that. He's freaking huge. But he's a bear of a man. But he's really, really awesome. Really good friend. And of course, he was able to speak to Ryan just about a week before everything went down. So yeah, it was an emotional moment for both of us. Being here and setting up the table, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. Then we got to see some of the exhibits, and you guys have probably heard this already. The Green Dragon, this thing is just absolutely massive. It's about, I'd say, 4.5 feet, almost 5 feet stretched. When the tail is stretched all the way down to its end to the snout, it's like close to 5 feet long. The wingspan at the top, if it's fully extended, it's like almost 4 feet high. It's literally ridiculous. This thing is absolutely monstrous. And if you add the flame effect and stretch out the tail, it literally is close to 6 feet long. It's 5.8 inches, 5.5 feet long. It's crazy. This thing is absolutely ginormous. And bravo to the Four Horsemen. It's a gorgeous piece of work. price point wise, they're not exactly telling us what it is. It's going to be a crowdsourced project on their website. But a lot of us are thinking, you know, 500, possibly 650, because it's just absolutely massive. But Jeremy, one of the organizers, did actually promise us, or at least stated, that it's not going to be anywhere near $650. So again, things can change, but I mean that's good. I'm really crossing my fingers, hoping that this might be 350. Because if it is, I'm definitely in on it. I'll save up whatever money I can to actually get it done. But some of these statues that they had around were just incredible. It was amazing being there. You can see just how much work they put into this. And you know what? There's another nod to renders. I don't think they did. I don't think this was specifically for renders, but if you know Ryan, that mask is pretty significant. There was another model of the dragon on display. Now this is the actual base kit, so it has the folded wings and no fire effect, but it's just as big. It's just absolutely massive. The other one with the spread out wings, the flame effect. Sorry, guys, and some of the additional swapped hands. I think that one's on the other case. But yeah, you can just see the amount of detail that was put into this thing. Absolutely bonkers. Just insane. And then we got to see some of the new releases, the new drops that they had. So these were really cool. They had a couple of Quetzalcoatl type of creatures, snake people. Those were crazy. The amount of detail that was actually in these was staggering. One thing I have to give to the Four Horsemen, they really know their suppliers and everything. The factories that they work with, they really know how to make action figures. I got to tell you, they're so colorful. The paint apps are absolutely gorgeous, and of course the sculpting, just beautiful. I think it was Agent Gomez, a photographer friend of ours. He has gone on a record saying he would love to collect Mythic Legions, but the articulation for the price point is just not there for him. And I can see where he's coming from. I can. I can't really collect Mythic Legions for the life of me because it's a bit late to be getting into Mythic Legions for me. Now, a lot of people are going to argue with me with that. They say, oh yeah, you can. You know, there are a lot of people selling the Mythic Legions. You can always get started. But at the same time, it's just I have so many lines that I'm already into. Another line would just kill me. But at the same time, I do understand where a lot of people are coming from. Articulation wise, it is a bit lacking, much like Super 7. But apparently, there's a new buck system that they worked on with their. It was a knight that they had actually created, and apparently, that one has got people excited because it has double elbows, double joints, double knees. So a lot of people are really excited about that, and a lot of people are kind of worried that they're going to have to. They'll probably reboot all of their original characters again to take advantage of that articulation. This lion character is just absolutely boss. He looks insane, and it was a running joke throughout the whole weekend that Animal Warriors of the Kingdom could really, inspired a lot of these animal versions of the Mythic Legions characters. There was also this ongoing debate whether or not the Four Horsemen could start doing dioramas, because the dioramas were just gorgeous as well. There were more sorceresses that they had teased, especially this one here, which was a wonderful, again, sort of, I would say it's like a reptilian humanoid kind of character. And she has a dragon familiar, who you see right here, and that was actually the running joke that was actually the dragon they were going to unveil today. That weekend, and then of course they unveiled the massive dragon. There was also a hidden character here in the back, which a lot of people did not realize was there, and those eagle-eyed fans figured out pretty quick. And apparently, he is the secret character release for the whole weekend. It was crazy. I got to meet up again with Emerald Knight Photo. Always great to see John. So we hung out for during the weekend. It's great to see John always, and we had a great time reminiscing and catching up, and talking about Ryan and remembering, man, just remembering the good times, and everything that led up to Flipboard and all this crazy stuff that we take for granted. The next morning, I just could not do another 8 o'clock stint, so I just told Danny, I was like, let's just go find a breakfast place. I just want to have a nice breakfast and then get the day started around 10 o'clock. So we meandered about, and there are no restaurants in the immediate vicinity of the restaurant of the hotel, so we had to go like almost 4 miles out to this sleepy little town, and it was a lot of fun. We ended up finding this crazy diner, and I was gobsmacked. I love this place. It literally is almost like it came out of the 70s. It's actually more like the 50s or 60s. It literally is this diner that you only see in movies. Really, it was really, really quaint. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. You can actually see here. The interior is just this beautiful little diner. It seats, I would guess, about 50 people max. Between the stools, which are gorgeous, and the stalls. So you can see here they have the red stools. This place was just a time warp. This was a place, captured in time. And they had the cash register, which still works. They were still using this thing. I couldn't freaking believe they were actually using an old school cash register. I was absolutely through the moon. I was loving it. And we got back to after breakfast. We got back to the convention, and I was just sharing my thoughts and reminiscing about how I got here and thanking everybody. And you guys will see that in the actual video. But it was very important for me to be there, to represent all of Ryan's work. You can see some of his custom heads there. There's the banner which people were signing. There's Flipboard, the Paint Master version. I was so happy to be able to show that to people. And of course, all of the sculptures he did, his prosthetic work, his the helmets that he made and 3D printed. And there he is, proudly showing it off. And if anybody's interested, there is a GoFundMe which people can donate to. But it was very important for me to be there and to remember my good friend Ryan and what he brought into the world, because it's very important. And I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who helped to make the trip happen. Thank you guys for helping me, because it was just one of those things where it just happened so suddenly. And bringing this all together with the Four Horsemen and Jeremy and trying to meet Erin, giving her as much support as I could, and picking up all of Ryan's things to be able to showcase here at the show. I couldn't have done it without the support of the community, and it means the world to me that everybody would what everybody did to help me get there, because it was just something. I tried selling action figures at a toy show, which was just in time, and no one, the economy is really bad. People were telling me, sell your Snake Mountain, sell this, sell that. It's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. It was really difficult to try and make any money in the time that I had to actually go on this trip. And I have to say, it really humbles me to think that people gave what they could to help me get there, and I don't take that lightly. I really don't. And I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank everybody who contributed. You guys really helped me to actually get this all together, and because of it, the tribute was a huge success. We had so many different people signing the banner, and I'm going to be sending it back to Erin as a keepsake and a remembrance of that day. And Ryan, in some small way, was able to be at Legionscon, which was his dream. And like I said, thank you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everybody who contributed to the trip. It really means the world to me. And I'll never forget it. And like I said, for me, whoever contributed, if you need help, whatever I can do, graphic design work, video work, if you want some advice on YouTube, whatever it is that I can do to help, I really want to help, because you guys stepped up and helped me. So I want to return the favor. And again, I don't take that lightly. And yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet a whole bunch of people, photographers, content creators. It was a lot of fun to meet everybody who was there, and I met the Mythic Dolphin. The Mythic Dolphin, she exists. It was amazing to meet Tiffany in person. Absolutely crazy. Huge shout out to Tiffany. It was incredible. Good friends like Hedgehog Action. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys who it was so great to reconnect and meet everybody, and again hang out with John Emerald Light Photo. Robo, who was there, it was great to see him. And yeah, Brick something. It was great to see Brick and to hang out with him for the first time. My Filipino brother from another mother, and of course hanging out at the AWOC booth. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Danny and I were off and heading back to the Great White North. It was quite the experience, and again, guys, to everybody who helped make it happen, thank you so much. And then it was another 8 hours, and we arrived finally back home. This is Hamilton, Ontario. 8 hours later, it is, I believe it was 12:30 in the morning. By the time we arrived, we left at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was absolutely bonkers. But we made it, and wow. Just wow. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so guys, thank you for indulging me with that, and it was just something I wanted to recap, because it was important to me to take this trip, see Ryan's wife and give her some support, and showcase everything that Ryan had accomplished in his life. And I know that there was a lot of critical comments, and I get that. I understand that completely, and I'm fine with it. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I welcome it. I welcome anyone who questions what was the money for? Why did you need it? Where was it going? I get that. And it's important. It's an important thing to do. Too many times, so often, over and over again, content creators use their platforms for personal gain. So it's really important to make keep everyone as transparent as possible. And I was not shying away from any questions or comments or anything like that. I made sure to answer each and every one of them as much as I could. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's fine. It is what it is. And I understand that people have they feel very strongly about why things are the way they are. But the reality is that there was no way I would have been able to make it without the support and the help of everybody here. And I am so humbled by all the support that came in from everybody, And again, I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody. Thank you, guys. Thank you all, everybody who contributed. And even if you didn't contribute, just your well wishes, your thoughts and your prayers, and everything, and anyone who donated to the Endersby family. Thank you so much. Aaron is so grateful and appreciative of that, and of course, the family's touched at everything that the Four Horsemen were able to provide, and we were able to showcase everything, and really bring a piece of Ryan to Legionscon, and that's what really this was all about. I didn't want to make this too much of a downer. This really was just just me, sharing with you guys, the trip, and how much fun it was. I mean, driving in the dark, nearly blacking out multiple times. I'm not gonna lie. I was chewing gum. I was drinking water. I was stopping to grab tea and coffee and anything to keep me awake. But it was a marathon drive. But it was, at the end of the day, it was worth it. It was worth it. And I would not have been able to do this without you guys. I would not have been able to do it. It would not have happened. So, from the bottom of my heart, everybody, thank you. Thank you all for your support, whether it was through donations or any support that was sent my way, or just by saying I hope you're doing well, I hope you're okay, it's going to get better, my condolences, all those wonderful messages that you guys sent. It means the world to me, guys. It really does. But all that aside, it was a crazy trip. It was a crazy, absolute adventure. Danny and I, we went through quite the trip, but it was wonderful seeing different parts of the United States that I've never been to. Never been to Pennsylvania, never been to Virginia. I've been to New Jersey. I've been to Washington D.C. I've been to a whole bunch of different places, but making this whole wonderful roundabout trip and seeing different parts of the country, it was great. Eating at different places, like finding this wonderful diner was just gorgeous. Cracker Barrel, which I think is cheese and it's not. And then of course, just having time to spend with amazing content creators, amazing friends, and of course people who I've really connected with over the years, and meeting some of you at the show, some people who supported directly, and of course some people who just wanted to say hi. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was an amazing trip. It really was. I didn't want to make this too mushy and kind of everything, but I just wanted to share that with you guys tonight, and thank you guys for sticking around and listening to the story, and seeing some of the adventures that we had, and of course sharing with me and the Endersby family, and the work that my good friend Ryan had done before he passed on. Yeah, it's life moves on though, man. Life moves on, and wonderful signatures from different friends and everybody who was there. So it really was a great time in that regard. And of course, we got to see some cool stuff from the Four Horsemen. It was really great. Where am I here? Andrew Davis. What time did Battlecat go on sale Friday, and what time did it sell out? Apparently, it sold out in an hour, which is just bonkers. I can't believe it sold out in just over an hour. It was nuts. Yeah, RC says about that 30 minutes to an hour. It was crazy. Good morning, TW. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you, my friend. Mother Slug. Yeah, typical Virginia took a look at the typical Virginia, which looks at night. It's pitch black. It was. Just Mohan, what am I watching? You were watching the trip from Toronto to Virginia to New Jersey, through multiple states. Mother Slug. Black Dog, the saying is when starting into the dark, your mind starts to slowly shut down. It does. It's black. I was starting to black out. That's actually what ended up happening. Mother Slug, my neck of the woods, mountains and valleys. It was surreal. It was surreal. Aquarius Man, hi Jay, how was the trip? Who went with you? How long was the trip? Be safe. Drive on the drive. Did you go straight to the place? Did you stay at a hotel? We went straight to Virginia, and then proceeded to go straight to the hotel So we drove all day Friday. We drove all day from midnight the night before until midnight the next day. It was crazy. It was literally 24 hours of driving when you think about it. But we had stops along the way. We had dinner. We had lunch. We had dinner. Not really dinner, but yeah, it was crazy. Dented battle armor. Glad I got my Anti-Eternia battle cat. Congratulations, Dented armor. That's awesome. I'm glad you got him. Mother Slug, home sweet Pennsylvania. It was good. It was a great a great place, honestly. Kenzo's Creations, awesome gesture, James. Jay, thank you so much, Kenzo. You're awesome, my friend. We have a CB. We have a Cracker Barrel. I always go for breakfast, no matter what time it is. It's really good. It's really good. Mother Slug, Cracker Barrel started off as a country store, and the restaurant came later. Hence the reason why it's a storefront. All right. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, that's really cool. Now I understand. RC, I go to Cracker Barrel about once a month. Dude, that's awesome. I wish we had Cracker Barrel up here, other than cheese. Clint Jorgensen, it has everything there, even peg warming Lando Calrissian. You're probably right. Mother Slug, old school candy CB has a good amount. Yeah, they were selling a ton of candy there. Genovo, have you ever tried Black Bear? Their chicken fried steak is killer. There's another recommendation I shall definitely put in my pocket when I'm traveling through the States again. That's awesome. Mother Slug, those concrete round balls in front of Target and Christmas time are wrapped to look like Christmas balls, and some people think they're plastic and find out the wrong way. I've always wondered what those red balls are. They look so weird. Frank Rivera, yes, we have slots in gas stations. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. That blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. Mother Slug, Targets in the U.S. Target in the U.S. like to hide NECA and other lines in other alleys, other than one place. That's a huge hint next time in the U.S. Okay, cool. I did find the NECA section, so I sort of knew where it was. It was great bacon, man. It was really great bacon. Mother Slug, did you say bacon? No silly begging strips. Dogs think they're bacon. It was bacon, dude. It's bacon. It was bacon, man. It was great bacon. Honestly, if you guys have a Dunkin' Donuts, try the bacon. Cracker Barrel Restaurants is phenomenal, and there's a gift shop. Yeah, no kidding. It's America. It's capitalism. It is. Genovo, welcome to America. Nothing is free. That's not entirely true. I came so close to living to going. I live 2 hours by train. Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude. I would have loved to see you there, brother. I would have loved to see you. It would have been awesome. Mother Slug, American people sleep outside for Black Friday. It's Jay. It's a normal thing to be there super early. Dude, I could not believe 6 a.m. 6 a.m. people were there. It was nuts. Justin Mohan, does Mr. Home Arcade ever show his face? No, he does not. Although I have seen him. We hung out together actually in real life, so I've seen him. RC, I saw his face on Jay's live once. Yeah, it was like that. It was a mistake. Yeah, it was a mistake. Frank Rivera, Frankie knows apparently what he looks like. RC, beautiful sculpt. Just gorgeous. Honestly, he was an amazing artist. Sherlock, Jay, what are you doing up so late? I am sharing some memories with you guys as much as I can. Andrew Davis, he let honey smoked bacon is no joke, dude. It's amazing. Justin, just get in. You don't need it. You don't need every figure. The sculpt more than makes up for it. I know what you're saying. I really can't get into another line, Justin. It's so. I'm into so many lines, as you know. The Four Horsemen taking AWOC out of business. I don't know about taking them out of business. I think they can coexist. You know what I mean? Sherlock, I think these AWOC Savage Crucible figures work well together. Yes, they do. They work incredibly well together. I mean, I think that all of the lines can work well together. Yes, John is awesome. He's a great guy. Seriously, and a wonderful photographer. Classic diner. It was a beautiful diner. It was honestly, it was out of a freaking movie. It was out of a fucking picture. It was incredible. Yes, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And of course, I know the family appreciates it too. Um, the family's kind of keeping it private. Um, you know, it was just very sudden. I think that's what happened. It was very very sudden, and he was young, man. He was younger than me. You know, it's crazy. Too soon. Too soon. When at that dinner, do you know how close you were to the American Dream's second largest mall in the U.S.? Only 22-mile distance. Really? Dang, you know what? Crap. Oh my god. I should have went to American Dream Mall. You're right. I should have went to freaking Toys R Us. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I am a freaking idiot. I should have told Danny we should have just passed by. Oh my god. You are right, Mother Slug. That sucks. I'm an idiot. But we didn't have much time, dude. It literally was, go to the convention, go home. Like that's really what it was. We didn't have any extra days. It was just exhausting. Frankie, it was my pleasure, Jay. Anything for a friend, my brother. You are incredible. Thank you so much. Seriously, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sharlock. I appreciate it, brother. Kenzo, you're amazing, bro. Mother Slug. Oh, so you both drove home from New Jersey? Yes, we took turns driving. That's it. Wasn't just me 8 hours straight. That would be nuts. I needed help. I definitely needed help. Sherlock. Not that I contributed much, but you never. No, dude. You know what? Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Thank you, my friend. Trust me. Every single little bit counts. Gas is expensive, boys. Gas is freaking expensive. Sherlock, if we can't help each other, then when we need the most, then what's the point? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I want that is a wonderful insight. You are correct. Kenzo agrees. Mother Slug, 8 hours in a car, I couldn't do it. Leg pains are real. Dude, my leg fell asleep multiple times. I was getting worried. I was seriously getting worried. Chinovo, those people suck horseradish. You know what? Being critical is not wrong. I totally agree. As long as it's what's it called? Constructive, right? And most of the comments I received were constructive, right? They weren't just like I received one or two was like disgusting and stuff like that, but for the most part they were constructive, and um, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Agitatus, I think that's what they call a railroad car diner. Yes, yes, you're correct. I believe that is what they call a railroad car. It's like it's a dining car. It's a dining car. Yes, Andrew, you are correct. Justin, what's next for the render? What next for render effects stuff? Um, the helmets. Sorry, the helmets and the prosthetics. I'm gonna ask Erin if she wants them back. I'm holding on to them now because I wasn't gonna drive back to Virginia. That was not gonna happen. I am mailing. I am gonna arrange to mail the banner back to her. That's the plan. Flipor is a prototype, so he's going to stay with myself and Matt Hatter. All the other, sculptures and little bits. Yeah, we're going to find out if the family still wants them. If not, I'll hold on to them. That's the overall plan. Charlotte, you can still have a fun in remembrance. A lot of time, it's the best way to honor someone. Yes, of course. There are some wakes. I know people just have a party, right? And in a lot of ways, that's what we were trying to do here. We were trying to share with everybody who knew him and everyone who, in extension, knew him and respected and loved his work. That was the plan. Mother Slug, stop! You're gonna make me cry. I'm sorry, brother. That wasn't my intention. You've been to Pennsylvania when you drove through it to head to Ohio last year too. Oh, was I? I didn't know that. Sorry. I'm not much of a geographer. Brian, do you think the Hazmat Ecto 1 will make it? That is a good question. That is a really good question. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a whole video on it, Brian. Mark my words. We're going to find out together. RC, definitely, Brian. I think so too, actually. It's the FOMO. It'll hit everybody. Nick Clark, has anyone seen the Rainbow Brute action figure on Indiegogo? They look pretty cool with a funny concept. I need to look that up now. The Rainbow Brute action figures in Indiegogo. Okay. You know what? Let's have a look, shall we? Let me find Rainbow Brute. Indiegogo. All right, here we go. Rainbow Brute Indiegogo. Let's see what comes up. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Window. Rainbow Brute. What the heck? Okay. Rainbow the Brute. Hyper articulated action figure. Okay. Oh gosh, hold on for a second. Oh, I get it. Rainbow Brute. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. It's a parody on Rainbow Bright. Nice. Nice. It's got a comic book associated with it, which is kind of cool. I guess the Care Bears versus Rainbow Brute. Hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. That is funny. Holy crap. Interesting design. Huh. This comes with a sword. Obviously, he's got the Rainbow Bright costume. Got a bit of a pot belly. It's kind of weird. On this angle, he doesn't look like he's got a pot belly, but this angle, he does have a pot belly. It's kind of weird. It's not actually, you know what? I'm wrong. That's not a pot belly. It's just the way he's standing. Okay, never mind. I love the shoes. Those are neat. Ha ha! He got the unicorn. That's hilarious. Oh my god! Oh, that's hilarious! Wow, that is one dead unicorn. Chop them up for the meat. Comes in 4 different colors. And of course, there are variants of Rainbow Brute. He's got the Sunshine Brute, the Bloody Brute, the Black Brute, and the Rainbow Brute. All right, $100,000 to back this. That's crazy, dude. Wow, they're doing well. Oh my gosh, let's where are we at right now? Congratulations. $222,418 of 150 of 1,550. Sorry. Okay, wait, where was the goal? What was the goal? I guess they unlocked the goal because I believe it was $100,000 was the original goal. So I think so. Anyway, so congratulations, Ethan Van Cyber. That's cool, man. Awesome. I was not expecting that today. That's pretty crazy. So anybody interested in Rainbow the Brute, head over to Indiegogo right now. You are guaranteed to get a figure at least. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. That was a very interesting diversion. Mother Slug, finally coming off my coffee high. That was quite a bit. Kenzo's Creation, still have 5 hours to go on my night shift, but I will sleep in the morning. Thanks, Kenzo. Appreciate it, brother. Justin Mohan, of course the Ecto one will make it. It's so close not to. It's still, I think, a quarter of the way there, but they'll make it. Chewy, what's up, man? How's it going, guys? If you haven't already, definitely check out No Chewing on Instagram and, of course, YouTube. And, of course, check out Kenzo's Creations on Instagram and, of course, his YouTube. Freaking awesome, guys. Always good to see you guys. Let's see here. Not much, brother. Just reminiscing on Legionscon and talking a little bit about Decon as well. Sherlock, Creations good. Kenzo's Creations, good luck, brother. I've got to get some sleep. Got the truck apart in the morning. Good night, Sherlock, and good journey, my friend. Good to see you. Collective Phil, what's good, Jay and Char? Everything is good, brother. Just reminiscing about Legionscon and, of course, talking a little bit about Decon. Nick Clark, check out the unicorn. I know they are amazing. Unicorn meat, always good for the soul. Kenzo, looks like we'll be definitely having a busy Sunday. Is this funded? Yes, apparently it is funded, Justin. It is actually funded. But great recap on your journey over the week, showing us you're still human shows a lot. As for some, you're just a camera face. Makes me feel more personal. Great live streaming tonight. Thank you, Mother Slug. I really appreciate it. We're all just talking heads, but at the end of the day, we're also human. So good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. Charlotte, good night, good night, Jan, everybody. Good journey, my friend, and we will talk to you next time. Nick Clark, it's all backed. It's now on pre-order. Excellent. Good night, Kenzo. Good journey, my friend. Frank Rivera, night. Thanks, Jay. Good journey, Geek Proud. Frankie, good journey, and Geek Proud to you too, my brother. Shinovo, Mezco is making Mighty Morphin Power Rangers figures. That's remember. I believe I heard. Pardon me. I believe I did hear that. So very, very fat. It was just fascinating. Absolutely crazy, guys. Toy news never really stops. Decon is happening this weekend, and I think the Mad Hatter is going to be bringing us a whole bunch of different pictures to enjoy, and of course, everybody else who's also taking pictures at the same time. I'm looking forward to the Mezco, and of course, the Mythic Legion stuff that's going to be showing up at the show. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. I want to thank each and every one of you once again for sharing the memories of Ryan Endersby and his family. I do have links in the description below where you can donate to Ryan's family if you guys are interested. It is a GoFundMe, and every little bit counts, as I said earlier. And I want to thank each and every one of you again who donated to the trip. Thank you so much. And for anybody who just sent your well wishes and your thoughts and prayers for Ryan and the family, you guys are doing just as much good work as everybody else. Thank you so much. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Last comments before we log off for the night, because I am also dead tired. Oh my gosh. Hold on for a second. Just what am I talking here? Fun. There it is. Yeah, let me just add this to the. I forgot to add. I'm terrible that way. Hold on for a second, guys. Here we go. Donate to members FX me. There it is. I put the GoFundMe into the description just now. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it if you would consider donating to the GoFundMe. It would really mean a lot. Hit those likes, y'all. Thank you so much, Mother Slug. You are amazing, my friend. Justin Mohan. Hatter has discovered Monsters. Yes. Monsters is at Decon, and they look amazing. Kinsler Creations, good journey, everybody. Good journey to everyone out there. Thank you so much. And Andrew Davis, Jay, did you get the Mega Blocks G.I. Joe? Did they sell out? I think they're not sold out yet, unless I'm absolutely mistaken, which I could be. Hold on for a second. Mattel Creations. Let's see here. No, they're still available. And as I mentioned earlier, I just don't have the cash right now, brother. Maybe, hopefully, it'll become a pre, or not just a pre-order, just a regular. Hopefully, it's just a regular item, and you can order it anytime because they do look really cool, and I do appreciate them. So, hopefully, one day. Mother Slug, later, and have a good one, all. You too, my friend. Guys, thank you for spending some time with me, and of course, reminiscing on the trip to Legionscon, and of course, remembering Ryan Renders Effects, and of course, all the wonderful wishes to his family. Once again, if you guys are interested in donating to the family, I did leave a link in the description below where you guys can check out the GoFundMe page for Ryan Endersby and his family. Every little bit counts, guys, and I really do appreciate it. The family is really appreciative of everything. So, guys, thank you for spending some time with me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Decon continues, everybody. And we're going to watch the Mad Hatter go through his paces as he discovers more amazing Designercon goodness, including Monsters, the Four Horsemen, Mezco, as well as Mondo. And hopefully the Mondo will reveal more action figures throughout the weekend. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.